Hello and welcome to Tech Deals. Today have I got an awesome video card for you. This is the ASUS Republic of Gamers NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070 Strix Edition. Yes, that's a mouthful, but that's okay. It's a huge card with a ton of features in it. Why should you care about this? Why should you consider this card? A couple of reasons. First and foremost, do you want to play all current games at 1440p resolution at an average of 60 frames per second with the detail cranked all the way up? Then you came to the right place. Or do you want to play at medium to high detail on three 1080p monitors or a single 1080p monitor at 100 to 144 frames a second on a high refresh rate screen? You also came to the right place. This thing is a beast. Now, I've reviewed 1070 cards before. I've reviewed a GTX 1070 from EVGA. I've reviewed the Founders Edition. What makes this different? Well, first of all, it has 3 fans, and it's a longer card with a larger heatsink. Now, again, this does mean you need a large case to put it in. This won't fit into just any case, but if you've got a large mid-tower or full-tower case, you should be just fine in most situations. It also has a full RGB lighting system. This will allow you to customize the lights on the card, which, by the way, are on all 3 sides of the card, to any colors you want. Now, you can turn them off, but if you don't want lights, I don't know if this is the right card for you. But if you have maybe an ASUS Republic of Gamers motherboard, which also has the Aurora RGB lighting system, such as the Maximus 8 Hero Edition motherboard, they will work together. You can use the same software to play around with the different colors and do some really cool stuff. For example, you can set the colors to be static. You can set it to a breathing mode. You can set it to be adjusting to temperature or load. You can have it cycle through the rainbow colors. There's a lot of different settings to do with the colors. Now, I will put a link in the video description below to the official ASUS demo video. It's only about a minute long. If you click on that, it should open a new window. But they've got a beautiful video showing what this looks like installed in a Republic of Gamers motherboard with the RGB running. And frankly, it's a much better demo than anything I could produce because, of course, they spent real money to do it. In any case, so you've got the RGB lighting. You have got a factory overclock that is one of the best factory overclocks of any of the 1070 cards that I've looked at. And as I look across the market of cards, you won't do much better than this. Furthermore, that massive heatsink should enable you to get this to 2 gigahertz and beyond without any problem. I'm very excited to test this card because I think it's going to be one of the best 1070 cards I look at. All right, enough talking. You've heard enough. Let's open it up, shall we? The Republic of Gamers line from ASUS usually comes in really nice packaging, so I'm hoping that we get the same experience here. And as you open the box, you're immediately shown the Strix logo, which is only used on their Republic of Gamers, which granted is branding, but it just lets you know that you're buying high-end stuff. What's nice about this card is they're not charging a huge premium for it. There are a lot of GTX 1070s that you can buy in the 450 range, so you're not paying a wildly inflated price to get the features. So this is on my short list. Oh, that's nice. Take a look at the logo right on the box. I know it's packaging, but hey, you're buying a premium product. You're spending $450 on a video card. It should look nice. As we open the package up, what do we get? Oh, that's nice. They do this so well. Let me show you what's in the box. That's part of the fun of unboxing videos. You've got the ASUS In Search of Incredible logo and slogan. You've got a nice piece of foam right here. And this is a box. What is in the box? That's actually a real box. It's like a present. What is in the box? Probably stickers in the driver CD. Stickers in the driver CD. Let's see here. Speed setup information on how to set up in 25 languages. It's a 52-page booklet. Each language is 2 pages. They have got the, oh, these are nice. These are cable management. If you put in your computer, you're going to have a cable running to this and cables. They provide you with 4 Velcro reusable cable management ties that you can use to tie up and manage the cables in your system. And they're silk screened with the Republic of Gamers logo right on them. Minor thing, but it's a nice touch. There is a promotion code for World of Warships that's included in here. You can get, I think it is 14 days, 15 days of free premium account subscription time and a free exclusive ship by signing up using the invite code in here. If you've watched my game performance reviews, I've done World of Warships on almost everything I test. I love World of Warships. If you've never played it, totally free play-to-play game. Go click the link in the description below. I'll stick it down there. I love World of Warships. Awesome game. And you can play it for free. You can't beat that. Now there's a driver CD. You don't need this. You want to go to NVIDIA.com and go download the latest drivers. However, the GPU Tweak 2 software that ASUS provides, get the latest version of that from ASUS's website. And the reason for that is because that's what's going to allow you to control the lights and control the overclock and get this thing really up. Is there anything else in here? No. It's a fancy cardboard box that holds a driver CD and a, yeah. So what else is in here? Another piece of foam. Oh, here we go. Video card time. That is a nice big video card, packed nicely in form-fitting foam. We'll take that out, and I'll set that down gently. Try to keep my desk organized. By the way, save the box and packing material. 2 reasons. This comes with a 3-year warranty. If you have any problems with this in 3 years, and it's a factory overclock card, so overclocking it shouldn't void your warranty, it's much easier to ship it back in the form-fitting foam. You're guaranteed to arrive. And if there's a problem, you can say, hey, I used the factory materials. What more do you want? If you ever sell the card, maybe 2, 3, 4 years from now, you want to sell the card, you always get more money for a card, or usually, if you can say, hey, I've got the original box, the original packing material, save the box. It's nice. That's my opinion. And this, I like the fact ASUS does this. They open from the bottom rather than the end. So rather than having to pull the whole thing out, it just opens right here at the bottom. This is heavy. You definitely want a good motherboard to put this in. It weighs a lot. You don't want to put this in a cheap motherboard. Take a look at that. Is that not a sharp-looking card or what? Okay, appearances are subjective. You may like it, you may not. Do keep something in mind. You're not seeing it lit up. Go watch the ASUS video I'll link in the description. It's a minute long, but they do a nice demo showing the different colors and options you can do with the lighting system. There's lights along the top here. There's lights along the bottom. The top lights up. The Strix logo is here. Republic of Gamers logo is here. And then on the back, they always have this plastic stuff on the back. Stick that over there. There is a very nice back plate included, already installed on the back, and then the logo lights up back here as well. So you have lighting on all 3 sides of the card. So if you've got an open window case and you want to do a color coordinated system and make a nice pretty computer that people can see, this would be an excellent choice because of the lighting options. Nice smooth back plate. There's a silk screening on the back, which you may not be able to see, but the name is ASUS and Strix is here. And there's a graphical design on it. That's really nice. The SLI connectors are right up here. Now there are protective tabs on them. I'm going to leave them on there because I'm probably not going to SLI this, but that looks really nice. And it's heavy. The heatsink starts right here and runs continuously to this point. There's a small break where the heat pipes are in the middle, and then it runs from here all the way to the end. That is a very solid heatsink. Just looking inside, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's at least 6 heat pipes in there. Metal pipes running throughout to distribute heat that I can see. With the 3 fans, this is not going to have a cooling problem. This is only rated at 150 watts as a card. This should easily overclock to 2 gigahertz. It should run cool. It should run quiet. I have no concerns about that. I'm very excited. Let's see what's on the end of this. Side note, the circuit board that's used on this card is also used, my understanding, is the same card used on the 1080 and incidentally the 1060, which I'll have a video coming up soon. So the power circuitry and the voltage regulators on this card are actually rated all the way up through 1080. So while they're a little bit overkill for a 1070, you're getting extra power delivery and extra capability for your chip, so you can basically get the best performance out of it that you possibly can. Let me turn this around. This is an interesting thing. This is different right here. Most graphics cards that I review, on the back of the card for the ports, you're going to have one HDMI port, one DVI port, and then 3 display ports. ASUS isn't doing that this time. What they're doing is one DVI port, 2 HDMI, and 2 display ports. So there's 2 display ports here. They replaced a display port with an HDMI. Why? VR, virtual reality. This card has all the performance in the world you need to run the Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive. The minimum requirements for those is a GTX 970. This card is 70+% faster than a 970, so you can easily run any of the VR systems currently on the market. Why 2 HDMI? Well, let's say you have a single HDMI monitor in front of you, so you're plugged into the HDMI port. Both VR systems plug into a HDMI port. This way you don't have to use adapters. Now, it is true, you can easily use a cable adapter between DisplayPort to HDMI. DisplayPort will basically convert into anything because it's an open standard, but this way you don't need to use any adapters. So you can run multiple monitors on this. You could, if you want, for example, run 3 monitors, maybe 3 1080p monitors, and connect VR. How cool is that? I mean, you can do a ton of stuff with this card. You have tons and tons of power. Keep in mind, the GTX 1070 is more powerful than the 980 Ti from the last generation, and that was a $650 card. For $450, you're getting a faster card that uses less electricity, produces less heat. You just can't beat that. I mean, it is a great, great deal. I really love the 1070 series. It is a huge improvement over the previous generation. In terms of other features, what did I want to mention? I mentioned the VR. I mentioned the GPU tweak, the lighting. Oh, I know what I wanted to mention. Sorry. Just rattling my brain. I have never seen this on a video card before. If somebody has done it, I just haven't had it in front of me. On the end of the card right here are 2, you probably can't see it, but they're right here. They're 2 4-pin chassis fan power connectors. They're the same ones you'll find on your motherboard. Why did they put 2 on the video card? What produces the heat in your computer these days? Is it your processor? It really isn't. Even the top-of-the-line processors, an Intel i7-6700, is only rated for 91 watts. This is 150 watts. This produces more heat than your processor does. And it only produces it while you're gaming. When you're not gaming, this has 0 fan speed technology. These fans will turn off completely when you are not gaming. So when you're in Windows, you have a completely silent video card. But what happens when you load up Grand Theft Auto 5 or The Witcher 3 or whatever the latest game this week is? So you load it up, you start playing, the fans spin up. Do you want your chassis fans spinning at full speed when your system isn't making heat? Take 2 of your chassis fans, take them off the motherboard, and plug them into your video card. This video card will now drive your chassis fans. As it produces more heat, it'll spin up your chassis fans. Now, if you're playing on headphones or if you have your speakers turned up and you're blasting and shooting stuff, you probably won't hear your fans anyway. But when you go back to Windows and all the fans turn down, it'll turn your chassis fans down and make your system very quiet. How cool is that? Now, not everybody's going to use that feature, but it's included, and there's 2 of them there. That's really neat. Last final point. Standard 8-pin PCI Express power connector. A 400 or larger watt power supply is plenty for this card. I know NVIDIA recommends 500. And 500 is fine, and if you're spending the kind of money for this video card, that's not bad. But if you've got a 400 watt power supply with an 8-pin connector, it'll work in most reasonable systems. if you have an extreme overclock system, if you're running an i7 overclocked with 5 hard drives and a bunch of other stuff, yes, you need a better video card. But anything in that range will be just fine. This is only a 150 watt card. Compared to the previous 900 series, very low power draw, excellent, excellent card. Very happy with it. Very excited to get this into a computer. Speaking of which, I will be doing performance reviews in the future of this. I'm definitely going to be putting this into probably an overclocked i5, maybe an overclocked i7 to make sure the CPU is not a bottleneck, and we'll see what this can really do. Like the video if you like it. Don't if you don't. Subscribe to my channel with the big huge red button right down there. If it's not red because you've already subscribed, thank you very much. But subscribing is free, and it will get you updates on future videos such as the performance testing of this card as well as comparisons to other 1070 graphics cards. Questions, comments, thoughts, feedback, suggestions? Those go below the video description below. Speaking of video descriptions, if you found this video interesting and helpful, if this helped you maybe make up your mind or maybe make up your mind to get something else, if you find all of my channel helpful, check out the video description below. Links to this card to both Amazon and Newegg will be in the description below, as well as the video to the RGB lighting system down there as well. Please go check those out. I would certainly appreciate it. If you want to support the channel, using the links in the description below is the best way to do it, and that will let me make lots more videos for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.